I am here at PortAventura World in Salou, Spain. Today I'll be visiting PortAventura Park, which is the main theme park here. It's got 9 different roller coasters for me to get on today, including what is widely regarded as the best B&M Hyper anywhere in the world. It's Shambhala. So I'm really excited to be getting on that for the first time today. So yeah, this is my first visit here to PortAventura World. So I'm going to try and get in all 9 roller coaster credits today. So my name is Max Grindon and this is Max G-Force. And I've just got through security here. I am here for opening. The park opens at 11 o'clock and it closes at 6:30. So they're holding us just over there. Just to the left of the entrance here is the water park. I won't be visiting that today. I'm not sure what the opening hours are for that, but yeah, PortAventura World, they have 3 different parks here. They've got the water park there, they've got the main theme park, PortAventura Park, and then just over there is Ferrari Land, which is home to the tallest roller coaster in Europe, Red Force. It's an Intamin Giga coaster. It's over 300 feet tall, and I will be going there today. So I'll be filming a separate vlog for Ferrari Land, which you can check out after this one. And yeah, I'm really excited for that. But yeah, let's get into PortAventura Park when this opens in just a few minutes. And I've just got through the turnstiles now. Look at Woody the Woodpecker here. He is the park mascot. Yeah, he was introduced back when Universal owned the park. And just look at this view of Shambhala there. Wow. I am so excited to be getting on that today. The only other B&M Hypers I've ridden are Behemoth over at Canada's Wonderland. Yeah, I filmed a vlog there. And I've also ridden Mako over in Florida at SeaWorld Orlando. And I absolutely love Mako. They're airtime machines, these B&M Hypers. And I've heard so much positive things about Shambhala. It's literally the main reason I am here today. So yeah, be sure to stick around to get my review on Shambhala. And yeah, here it is. So this is Furious Baco here. It was Intamin's only ever wing rider that they built. So it's got this a similar style to the B&M wing coasters where you're riding on the side of the tracks there. They've never built another one, which says a lot really. They've only ever sold one of these. But yeah, I mean, if it's running, I mean, it's pretty unreliable, but I'll head on it now. And I've just made my way to Furious Baco now. This has a top speed of 84 miles per hour. It's not that tall, but it does have one inversion there. And the really special thing about this coaster is it has a hydraulic launch system. So it's got a really quite snappy launch. Yeah, one of the traditional Intamin hydraulic launches like that on Stealth back home at Thorpe Park. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But I have heard it is pretty rough. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see just how rough it is. And yeah, I'll give you my full thoughts on it when I get off. And I've just got off my one ride there on Furious Baco. It's got a single rider queue, so I headed straight in that and I pretty much got straight on. I only waited about 10 minutes. So you start off with that hydraulic launch, and it's quite funny because you come to a stop and you sort of watch this video of like a mad scientist who's like making wine in barrels, and he pulls a lever and it's sort of, the wine sort of goes out of control. And I think this is like one of the weirdest themed roller coasters I've ever been on. You'll notice the trains are like barrels of wine. Very funny. But anyway, what did I think of the actual ride experience? So yeah, after that sort of pre-show on the ride, you then go into that hydraulic launch. It launches riders from 0 to 84 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds, and you really feel it. Yeah, it's a really snappy hydraulic launch. At the end of it, you then go into a small drop. So you get great airtime going into a drop straight after that really snappy launch. So that's, yeah, the highlight of the ride. Look, this coaster is very correctly named, being called Furious Baco, because from that point onwards, it is a furious ride experience. Yeah, I'd heard it's rough, and I can confirm this thing is brutally rough. I sat on the outside wing seat, which are apparently the most rough seats, and yeah, I can confirm that was very, very jarring. It's just shaking. It's just shaking on the tracks throughout the whole rest of the layout. So you're just in your seat and you're just shaking around. You'll probably notice it in the off-ride shots of everyone on it. They're just sort of shaking around in there. It's got over-the-shoulder restraints, but the way I rode it, so I held on for dear life and I sort of leaned forward into it, and I didn't get any head banging. So to be honest, yeah, you feel the extreme brutal roughness on this, but I can definitely go back on this coaster. It is good fun because you're not getting that head banging, so I can deal with the roughness. So yeah, after that first launch, you then go through a couple just long turns, and then you go into the one inversion on this, and it's an inline twist, so you get good hang time. Yeah, after that inversion, you then turn around here, and then you head into the brake run. So yeah, it is a very short ride, but I might go on it again, to be honest, because I did find it quite fun. It's an extreme experience, and you need to go into this preparing to experience a lot of strain on your body, because yeah, it is very, very bone shaking. I have a theory as to why this could be so rough. So obviously it was the first ever Intamin wing rider, so naturally, you know, it's a prototype, so sometimes things do go wrong. And I noticed in the station, the train is located entirely on top of the track, and the seats are arranged on top of the track. Whereas you'll notice with roller coasters like the Swarm at Thorpe Park or Gatekeeper over at Cedar Point, those are B&M wing coasters, and the riders are sort of positioned sort of next to the track, so not entirely above the track, but sort of to the left of it and to the right, and it means you can't walk over the track to get to the other side. Whereas with this Intamin, you can just walk over the track to get to the other side. So I reckon that obviously changes the weight distribution of the train on the tracks, whereas this is entirely on the top. So yeah, the weight distribution is probably a bit off there, which is why it is so rough and why they've never made another Intamin wing rider anywhere in the world. The restraints are also pretty uncomfortable in terms of how much they press on you. So throughout the ride, they really tighten up, and it's in a bit of an awkward position. It sort of really tightens up into sort of your belly. So by the time you're at the brake run, you're waiting on those brakes, waiting for the next train to dispatch, and you're just sitting there, and it's really quite tight. So it's not a particularly comfortable experience even when the train has stopped running. And yeah, if you're a little bit claustrophobic, just be prepared. It can be a little bit much when you're waiting there. It is pretty tight. So yeah, overall, Furious Baco, it's an extreme ride experience, and there's no headbanging for me, so I can enjoy this coaster. Yeah, it's just all right. And I'm just heading over now to like their American sort of Texan themed land, which is where Uncharted is located, their newest roller coaster at the park. Look how stunning this backdrop is behind me. I mean, absolutely beautiful. And that there is Red Force. I'm really excited to be going into Ferrari Land later today. Red Force will be my second tallest roller coaster I will have ever ridden. Yeah, it's the second tallest roller coaster in the world operating at the moment. Look at this, you've got a nice, great little rapids ride there. I might go on that today, but yeah, I'm going to head straight over to Uncharted now. And 30 years, there's a sign up there celebrating their 30th year anniversary. And when it originally opened, it was a Two Swords Group park, which obviously later became Merlin Entertainments. So yeah, this is originally sort of like a Merlin park, really. So some of the coasters here were designed by the legendary coaster designer John Wardley, who designed the likes of the Vampire over at Chessington Worlds of Adventures, and also Nemesis at Alton Towers, one of my favourite roller coasters in the UK. So yeah, it's very interesting being at a sort of Two Swords park outside of the UK, but obviously it was then bought by Universal, and Universal made a lot of investments here and obviously brought that Woody the Woodpecker mascot, which is plastered all throughout the park. Yeah, there's a Woody Woodpecker here, I think, who has been mummified because I'm here in October. So they've got all their Halloween theming up, and I have to say, they've made a really good effort with the Halloween theming here. There he is. Woody the Woodpecker has been mummified. Look at that, brilliant. Yeah, I mean, it looks fantastic, all the Halloween theming here. Yeah, this is the Far West themed land. Yeah, I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic, the theming of this park. Universal no longer owns PortAventura World. Yeah, they sold it quite a few years back, but the new owners have still invested in this park, which is good to see. Yeah, Uncharted opened in 2023, and you can just see the top of the facade for it back there. So yeah, it's their newest investment here at the park, and yeah, I'll tell you more about it when I'm over there. And look at this theming for Halloween here, absolutely brilliant with that American flag there. And just to my left here is Uncharted. Yeah, so this, it's spoilers here, by the way, it's 39 feet tall in there, so it's not that tall, but it's got 4 launches, 4 LSM launches in there. Yeah, 3 booster launches, and it's an Intamin multi-dimensional roller coaster. So yeah, Uncharted, it gets a very long line here at the park. I mean, it is their newest coaster. It's got a 50-minute queue, but yeah, I think it's worth it. So I'm going to head in there now, and I'll let you know how it rides when I get off. And I've just got off my one ride there on Uncharted. Yeah, it was Uncharted territory for me, that one, because I've managed to keep myself from a lot of the hidden secrets in there. So be warned, I am going to spoil it for you now by giving my full review on this coaster. So yeah, it's an Intamin multi-dimensional roller coaster, which basically means the cars, they have controlled spinning. So yeah, you start off and you sort of spin to the left, and yeah, I mean, this coaster, it's quite hard to review because pretty much all of it is in the dark in there. They've got a few big screens. Obviously I don't know what they're saying because it's all in Spanish, but even so, I don't think the screens in there, which is like, you know, you come up to them on the coaster and you're watching it, and it's meant to add to the story. I don't think it adds that much because they're not great screens, to be honest. Most of it is in the dark, but despite that, it's a really good coaster. It's a good fun ride. Yeah, the 4 launches on it are good fun, and yeah, the second one is definitely the snappiest in my opinion. So they're good fun. It's beautifully smooth as well. It's a really smooth ride, which is what you'd expect as well with it being only 2 years old. I think my highlight of the ride has to be the, I think it is the second launch. You go into a forward spike, and then you sort of twist while you're going up it. So you then go down sideways into the same launch. So that's good fun. And another highlight for me is right at the end, you come up to some more screens, and you go backwards down the final drop on the ride, which seems to me, I believe, is the tallest drop. So it's got a good finale, this coaster. In terms of airtime, you don't really get any pops of it on this coaster. Yeah, the airtime isn't that strong at all, really. But despite that, it's still really good fun. And yeah, it's great ending the ride with that backwards drop. So yeah, overall Uncharted, yeah, I think it's a good fun ride. It's a little bit of a shame about the screens and just the fact it is all dark in there. Like, it would have been maybe a bit better if they did have a few more lights on in there, a few more things going on inside, rather than just most of it being in the pitch black. But yeah, overall, I still really enjoyed this Intamin multi-dimensional roller coaster. Yeah, it's good fun. And after just getting off Uncharted there, I'm now going to ride Stampeder. So it's a racing wooden roller coaster, which means there's actually 2 tracks on it, and they are separate tracks, which means these are 2 wooden roller coasters. They are 2 credits for me to get today. So there's a red side and then there's a blue side. This coaster, it was designed by John Wardley, and it's got a height of 84 feet and a top speed of 46 miles per hour. So I'll let you know how Stampeder rides when I get off. And I've just got off my one ride there on Stampeder. I rode on the red side there, and okay, so the positives is that you get some good floater airtime. Yeah, there's a few good airtime hills there. You've got like a double up. The first drop's fantastic as well, really good floater. I sat on the second to last row, so I was on the back car there. So yeah, I mean, it's fun for the floater airtime. It's always fun riding a racing coaster because you're always looking at the other train, wondering, oh, am I in front? Am I behind? So the interaction there is good fun, and there's a few fun elements. There's one where you're heading straight for them. That's good fun. But that's where the positives of Stampeder end. It's another rough coaster here at PortAventura World. And when it comes to wooden roller coasters, you can expect a sort of out of control feeling to them. But unfortunately, there is a point where that level of jankiness gets a bit much, and unfortunately Stampeder has reached that point. It is really bone rattling. They recently renovated a part of this wooden coaster, like a turnaround element, and they used GCI's Titan track, where obviously this is a wooden roller coaster, so the track itself is like a metal plate that's planted on top of wood. The Titan track bit that they retracked is like a full sort of metal beam. And interestingly, when you ride that, you don't get the brutal roughness, but you get like a sort of reverberation, like a so it's not perfectly smooth. Yeah, you'll notice it just there. That's where the Titan track ends. So God knows what that turnaround section used to be like for them to warrant retracking it. That sort of shows you the level of roughness of this coaster. Despite that, I'm going to go ride it again because I need to get 2 credits in. I need to get the blue side. And I can ride this again. It's not like super painful. So yeah, it's definitely on the higher end of a rough ride, but I mean, for a lot of people, it would be quite unbearable. But no, I'm going to do it again. And I've just got off the blue side there. Basically exactly the same. ride experience pretty much. Yeah, I didn't find that big of a difference. I had a mid-train ride there. Yeah, overall Stampeder, yeah, it's fun for the flow to airtime and the interaction with the other train. Yeah, it's just a shame how much it's aged over the years, really, because yeah, this opened with the park back in 1994, so it's pretty old, and probably the heat hasn't done it that good either, as we are in Spain. So yeah, I mean, it's good. I've got 2 credits now from that. But yeah, I'm going to head over and do something else now. And having just come off Stampeder there, I'm heading to do Tomahawk, which is this smaller wooden roller coaster here. Doesn't look too intimidating there. It's literally built within, or like right next to Stampeder. So you'll look at it and you might think, oh, it's just one massive wooden roller coaster, but it's not. There's 3 wooden roller coasters behind me, which is pretty cool. There Stampeder goes back there. So yeah, I'm going to head on Tomahawk now, and yeah, it looks a lot more tamer. Tomahawk, it's got a max height of 44 feet and it only goes 30 miles per hour. It'll be interesting to see how this ride experience differs from the dueling roller coaster, and yeah, I'll let you know how Tomahawk rides when I get off. And I've just got off Tomahawk there. Look, that was so much more smooth than Stampeder. I mean, yeah, it's got that typical out of control feeling that you want on a wooden roller coaster, but it's not rough. I would say this is a brilliant introduction to wooden roller coasters for the younger ones. It's a really good family wooden coaster, this. Yeah, you don't really get any strong moments of airtime on it, but yeah, you get that good wooden roller coaster feeling. Yeah, it's good fun. Good overall wooden coaster. And having just come off Tomahawk there, I'm now heading over to do Shambhala. So I'm heading to the back of the park now, but on my way, look at this drop tower. That is Hurricane Condor, and it is over 300 feet tall. It's 328 feet tall. It's an Intamin drop tower, and the really unique thing about Hurricane Condor is some of the gondolas are stand up. So you know, you're standing up while in free fall. I mean, that must be absolutely terrifying. And if you've watched the channel before, you will know that I do not like drop towers. Yeah, I decided to go on one over at Wallaby, Belgium. Now, that one was looking at me all day, and yeah, it really enticed me. That was an Intamin drop tower as well. So be sure to check out that Wallaby Belgium vlog if you haven't already, to get my review and my sort of first impressions of the Intamin drop tower. Yeah, in that vlog, you get my true scream on ride, and yeah, that was absolutely terrifying. So, you know what? Hurricane Condor is a really unique drop tower, and I'm gonna go on it. I'm going to push myself to do it. Yeah, it will be the tallest by like 60, 70 feet or something. This is taller than the one at Wallaby, Belgium. So yeah, it's very interestingly themed as well, with the building there and sort of the roof of the building at the top. That's really quite unique. And yeah, I am absolutely petrified of this. But yeah, I am able to do them. But you will get my true scream on this and my true terror. And yeah, I'll let you know how it rides when I get off. and I have just got off Hurricane Condor. Oh my gosh. So I got the stand-up gondola. I made sure to get that one. You're like sitting on a ledge, a bit like a bicycle seat, and it was incredible. Yeah, I was absolutely terrified, but it's one hell of an experience. It really, really is. It's by far the best drop tower I have ever done. It has to be, I expect, the scariest ride at PortAventura World. You get onto this ledge and you sort of sit in there and you get the over the shoulder restraints. It's got a seatbelt there, do that up, and then you start lifting up. Your legs are just dangling completely. There's nothing below you. It is quite frightening. And yeah, when you're at the top, I forgot it did this, by the way. When you're at the top, it tilts forward. So you're not only are you standing up, but when you get up there, you tilt forwards a bit. So you're forced to look down. And the drop itself is, you're in complete free fall for ages, with this being over 300 feet tall. The drop is incredible, and you know what? I think I am starting to get a little bit better with drop towers. I'm starting to get a bit more used to them now, but I was still terrified on it. If it's worked, I would have filmed my audio as well and overlaid it so you get my scream on there, because these are the only rides now where I do actually properly scream. Yeah, overall, Hurricane Condor, it's a fantastic thrill ride here at the park. And yeah, it's got to be one of the best drop towers anywhere in the world. It really has. And if you're enjoying the video, and if you haven't already, please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's all completely free to do, and it really does help out. Now, I'm heading over to do the mine train they've got here, and head over to Shambhala, which, yeah, I'm really excited for. Yeah, Hurricane Condor, what an incredible ride. And I've made my way over to El Diablo Tren de la Mina, which is just pretty much just means mine train, I think. So this is an aerodynamics mine ride, and it's a hybrid as well. So you've got the wooden supports there and the steel track. Look, I do love a good aerodynamics. They've been bust for quite a few years now, and they are classics. So yeah, I'll let you know how El Diablo rides when I get off. I have just got off my one ride there on El Diablo. You know what? That is a really good family mine train roller coaster. You've actually got 3 lift hills on this thing. So it's a really long ride. It's got a good long layout. I have to say, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be just so smooth. Yeah, it was really smooth. You do have those typical Arrow transitions, because Arrow do like to do their funky transitions which aren't particularly smooth, so you get a little bit of that jank, but it's pretty much a smooth coaster, which is good fun. Yeah, so it's a really long ride, and I have to say the second lift hill seems pretty pointless, because you've got a very short bit of track after that until you're then going up the final lift hill of the ride. So it's a little bit of a peculiar layout. It's quite a bit of a funny one. But yeah, I have to say, it's a good, fun family coaster. Yeah, it's one that I would have really liked when I was younger. There's no real tall drops on it, And I sat on the front row, which was good. You got brilliant views, beautiful views of Shambhala over there and Dragon Khan as well. So yeah, overall, El Diablo is a really good family mine train. And look at this view. Oh my gosh. Look, I've saved myself from getting on these rides all day, Dragon Khan and Shambhala. And just look how stunning this scenery is. So yeah, I'm entering the China side of the park now, the themed land. And yeah, you've got these absolutely stunning views. So the coaster closest to us, the red one, that's Dragon Khan. It's a B&M sit-down coaster. It reminds me a lot of Kumba over at Busch Gardens, Tampa. And yeah, that'll be fun getting on that. It's got quite a few inversions. And look at Shambhala there. Yeah, it's a B&M Hyper. And I have to say, it's got a really unique turnaround element because it's an out and back layout. So they obviously have to turn the train around at some point. And just back there, you can spot the ampersand. So yeah, it's the only roller coaster in the world which has an ampersand turnaround element, a figure of 8, and yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. I can't contain my excitement for getting on Shambhala. I really have teased myself not getting on it yet today. And I've just had my lunch there at one of the Chinese restaurants there. I had some nice noodles and a spring roll, well, 3 spring rolls, they were good. So I'm all fueled up now, and it's time to head on Shambhala. Oh my gosh, it's about time, isn't it? Blimey. The views you get of this coaster are absolutely incredible. And this whole land that I'm entering is dedicated to this one ride, Shambhala. And yeah, it passes over you here. Oh, so Shambhala, it's one of the few B&M Hypers in Europe. The only other one is over at Europa Park, called Silver Star, and that's a lot short. That's quite a bit shorter than this one, and apparently not as good. So Shambhala is actually rated as one of the best, if not the best, B&M Hyper anywhere in the world. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Shambhala has a drop of 256 feet. It drops down into a tunnel, meaning it's got a bigger drop than its actual height of just over 240 feet. So Shambhala, it's got a max speed of 83 miles per hour, which is what you will hit at the bottom of that first drop. And it's got a max G-force of 3.8 Gs. But it's not about the force on Shambhala, it is about the airtime. It's meant to be one of the best airtime machines out there. And I'll let you know how it rides when I get off. just got off my third ride on Shambhala. I just had to do a little bit of a marathon there to get in my fix of this incredible B&M Hyper. You can hear it above me, I'm sure. This coaster is incredible. You've got the really comfortable clamshell restraints by B&M. So all that airtime, you really do get to enjoy it. You feel so free in those seats. It is incredible. It's quite funny because on my third ride there, the sun had positioned itself directly above us, right in front of us at the end of the lift hill. So it kind of looked like we were ascending into the heavens. And we certainly were, because after that lift hill, you go down an incredible first drop right there. You're out of your seat for so long going down that first drop. It is amazing. You go into a tunnel, which is great fun. I love going into a tunnel after a first drop. It really does add to the experience. You can find that on Hyperion as well, over in Energylandia. And then after that tunnel, you enter the strongest moment of floater airtime of the entire ride. It's the largest airtime hill. It's just that one back there. And they call it a camelback airtime hill. And the way it's profiled is perfect. It is possibly the most sustained floater airtime I have ever experienced in my life. On one of my rides there, I actually counted it in my head, and I counted 6 seconds of airtime on that camelback airtime hill. It's unlike any sustained floater I've ever felt in my life. And exiting that major airtime hill, you enter that ampersand turnaround element, which looks fantastic off-ride, and on-ride it's also good fun as well. There's quite a bit of force as you exit the ampersand, and then you enter airtime hill after airtime hill after airtime hill, and you've got this splashdown behind me, which makes it a spectacle for onlookers, maybe waiting for their members of their party to get off the ride. They can just look at this beauty. Thinking about Shambhala versus the other B&M Hypers then, so I've ridden Mako and Behemoth, Behemoth being at Canada's Wonderland, Mako being at SeaWorld Orlando. I'm going to have to go over to Orlando again and ride Mako, because it was a little while ago that I went, so it's not in the forefront of my memory, but I have to say, Shambhala has to be the best B&M Hyper I have ever been on. It's the sustained floater airtime that does it for me. The airtime is just of such a high quality. It is unlike anything else I've ever been on in terms of sustained, out of your seat moments. It's amazing. It really is amazing, and it looks amazing as well. You know, intertwining with Dragon Khan here. It's an absolutely stunning ride. It really is something special, this coaster, and it is totally worth coming to PortAventura World alone to ride it. It really is. I'm so pleased that it's been pretty quiet today. I've got loads of rides in already. Yeah, I'm visiting in October, and it's proving a very good time to come here. I mean, the weather's been beautiful today, but now I'm going to head over and do Dragon Khan. Yeah. Oh, Shambhala, what a coaster. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And having just come off Shambhala there, I've made my way over to Dragon Khan. This coaster, it complements Shambhala so well with the scenery here. It's a B&M sit-down train, and it's got tons of inversions, and it was designed by John Wardley, so it's another one of his coasters at the park. Oh, it looks absolutely stunning. And Dragon Khan here has a drop of 161 feet. got 8 inversions, this coaster, and it reaches a top speed of 65 miles per hour. And yeah, I'll let you know how it rides when I get off. And I've just had my one ride there on Dragon Khan. Look, the positives for this ride is it's a really long layout. Yeah, it packs in all those 8 inversions into this layout, which is really quite impressive, considering it's only got that one lift hill. Of the B&M sit-down coasters that I've done, I think this is probably the worst of the bunch, if I'm honest. There is quite a pertinent roughness on this coaster that just makes the whole thing a little bit of a workout. I can't really enjoy it that much. There's not that much head banging. I mean, with rough coasters, I tend to sort of lean forward and move with the layout. That really does help avoid those head banging. The elements on this ride are good fun. One of my highlights is the 0G roll. Just there, you get whipped through it. So it's not quite 0G, it is really quite whippy. So you get a good bit of whip on this coaster. I was expecting some intensity on it, but I didn't really get any moments of strong positive Gs, which was a little bit disappointing. I can't even ride it for the strong intensity. So that's a little bit of a shame as well. I'd definitely take something like Kumba over at Busch Gardens, Tampa, over this Dragon Khan here. Yeah, Kumba is definitely better in my opinion for the intensity. Look at this 0G roll there, sitting towards the back. You get whipped through that. That is really good fun. And it's got a dive loop as well. I do like a good dive loop right there. It's like the opposite of an Immelman. So that's good fun. Yeah, it does have some cool elements, this coaster, but it's just a little bit too jarring for me to really enjoy. So that is a shame. So when you've got a coaster like Shambhala right next door to Dragon Khan, there really isn't much point in riding this coaster, which is a shame because it looks absolutely stunning. I mean, just look at it behind me with the blue sky as well. This has got to be one of the best views for roller coasters of any theme park I've ever been to. These two B&M beauties really do look fantastic, but I know which one I'd rather ride. And I'm just heading over to the Sesame Street land now, but on my way I have entered like the sort of Hawaiian, sort of Polynesian themed land here. I think this is fantastic for the shade. I mean, look at all the planting here. It is brilliant. They've got a couple of attractions here. They've got Tatuki Splash, which is a water ride. I won't be getting on that today. I'm literally just focusing on the major sort of attractions here and the roller coasters really. And if you've made it all the way to this part of the video and you still haven't smashed that like button, you've still got time to do it now. So go ahead and do that, and also subscribe to the channel too. It really does help. And here it is, Sesamo Adventura, Sesame Street. There we go. So yeah, this is their sort of younger, sort of kiddie themed area of the park. We've got quite a few attractions here for the younger ones, but there is only one that I'm interested in getting on right here, right now, and that is Tammy Tammy. I think it is just over here somewhere. Yeah, I see some coast track. Yeah, it's down here. Right, let's have a look at this then. And I've made my way over to Tammy Tammy now. This is a Vekoma Junior coaster. I have to say the theming here is fantastic. Look, as you know, I am a roller coaster enthusiast. And one of the things we like to do is we like to count our credits. How many roller coasters have we ridden in our lives? And that means I have to ride this to boost that credit count. So yeah, it's not that exciting for an enthusiast like me, but every credit counts. I'm going to head on now and I'll let you know how Tammy Tammy rides when I get off. And I've just had my ride there on Tammy Tammy. I have to say, that ride is beautiful. The planting all around it. You're within like loads of palm trees. You're over water. It is beautiful for the younger ones. It is literally like you are in Hawaii. I mean, look at that behind me. It is an incredible placement for this coaster. And it rides like a typical Vekoma Junior coaster. You do get some good speed on it, which always surprises me with these kiddie coasters. You do get a little bit of speed on them, which is good fun. So yeah, it's a fun junior coaster. I am a little bit disappointed though, because it was completely walk on. So I got straight on the ride and they only did one lap. And obviously a coaster of this scale, it's not got that long of a ride duration. It's a pretty short layout. So what you tend to find with these Vekoma Junior coasters is they send the train round at least twice. But we only got one lap on it, which was a bit of a shame, especially when it was a walk-on and it had a 0-minute queue. He could have easily sent it round again. So that's a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Overall, Tammy Tammy, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful behind me here, and it's a great coaster, and it's my last credit of the day. So I've got all 9 credits in, and it's nearly 5 o'clock, which means it's nearly time for me to head over to do Ferrari Land. So yeah, that will be a whole separate video, a whole separate vlog of me riding the tallest roller coaster in Europe, as well as showcasing everything else that Ferrari Land has to offer. And I am back in the Polynesia themed land now. Just to my left here is Tatuki Splash. This is a shoot to shoot style water ride. Look at that, you got that drop just there. I don't have time to get on it today, I'm afraid, but it is a good one to do if you're a little bit hot and you need to get a bit wet to cool off. And yeah, I do absolutely love this Hawaiian themed land here. It's got to be one of my favourite style of theming out there. It's just a shame they've not got like a major coaster here, otherwise I would spend more time in this land. Yeah, the main attraction is really just Tatuki Splash, but it's a great place to be here. All the shade is just absolutely brilliant. And I am now on my way to Ferrari Land. So let's summarise then my overall thoughts and opinions of PortAventura Park. So I'm really pleased that I've managed to fit in all 9 coaster credits today, and they've got a great selection of coasters here at the park. It's just a little bit annoying that they've not got another coaster of Shambhala's scale at the park. It could really benefit having just one more elite coaster that I can just like zip between the two. It's not got a particularly good 1-2 punch, this park. However, it of course obviously has Red Force over in Ferrari Land, which I'm about to head on now. So it's a shame that you have to pay extra to enter Ferrari Land, and it's a shame that they've made it a separate gate. You do understand why they've done it though, from a business perspective, so they can market this place as two theme parks really. But yeah, my ticket, it includes 3 days at PortAventura Park and 1 day at Ferrari Land. So that's pretty annoying really, because I would just be zipping between Red Force here and Shambhala, but I can't, which, yeah, that's a bit frustrating. So the operations today haven't been as bad as I was expecting. I have heard terrible things about the operations here at PortAventura Park. So my experience today has been actually pretty good. You know, they've been running 2 trains on Shambhala all day. They could have been running 3, but despite that, they've still been getting those trains out. Dragon Khan, I think, was on 2 trains. Furious Bacco, 2 trains. Generally, the operations within the station itself is a little bit slow, but other than that, yeah, it's not as bad as I was expecting, and the single rider queues have definitely helped. Yeah, you've got a few single rider queues around the park, including that on Shambhala, Furious Bacco. I think Dragon Khan, although Dragon Khan was walk-on when I went, so I went in the main queue. So I am here in October, so it's off-peak at the moment. It's not during the summer holidays or anything. So I have had a pretty quiet day today. So that is something to keep in mind. I've experienced this park with not many big crowds, which has been great fun for me. But yeah, so maybe the operations get worse with the longer queues. That would make sense for sure. I've absolutely loved my day today. I've got so many rides in. I've adored my 3 rides on Shambhala. And yeah, I look forward to doing that again tomorrow. Off camera, yeah, I'm just gonna probably marathon that. My day here at PortAventura Park has been incredible, and I am so excited now to be heading into Ferrari Land and getting on Red Force, as well as showing the other attractions they've got at this park. Yeah, they've got a few other stuff, including 2 S&S shop towers. So yeah, be sure to check out that video after this one. And if you've enjoyed today's vlog, then please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really does help out. And yeah, leave a comment as well. I read all your comments down in the comment section below. And yeah, I really appreciate any interactions you have with the channel. Also, hit that notification bell to be updated on all my vlogs as soon as they come out, and as soon as this Ferrari Land vlog comes out as well. I'm so excited to be getting on Red Force right now. I absolutely love Intamins, and it's going to be the tallest Intamin roller coaster I will have ever been on. So yeah, other than Top Thrill 2 if you class that. So yeah, be sure to check out the Ferrari Land video right now. Anyway, my name is Max Grinden, and this has been Max G-Force. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog.